In example 1, we're going to simplify negative 2c plus 3c minus 5 minus 4c plus 7. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and circle my variable terms. I have a negative 2c, a positive 3c, a negative 4c. I'm going to underline my constants, negative 5 and positive 7. Okay, now I'm going to rearrange it. Negative 2c plus 3c minus 4c, constants at the end, minus 5 plus 7. And now I can combine my similar terms. Negative 2c plus 3c, they're different signs, so I'm going to subtract, and this is going to be positive 1c. I'm going to bring down everything else. Okay, and now I can combine 1c minus 4c. These are different signs. This is a positive 1c, this is a negative 4c, different signs. I'm going to subtract. That's going to be negative 3c. Okay, bring down the negative 5 or the minus 5 plus 7. Okay. And now the last thing I'm going to do is combine my constants, negative 5 plus 7. Negative 5 plus 7, again, they're different signs, so I'm going to subtract, and that's going to be positive 2. So this in simplest form is going to be negative 3c plus 2. In example 2, I'm going to circle my variable terms, negative 6f minus 3f, or negative 3f. I'm going to underline my constants, negative 6, positive 7, and the negative 9. And now I'm going to rearrange it. Variables first, negative 6f minus 3f minus 6 plus 7 minus 9. I'll start by combining my similar variable terms, negative 6f and negative 3f. They're same signs, they're both negative, so I'm going to add them together, and that's going to give me negative 9f. Bring down minus 6 plus 7 minus 9. Next, I'm going to combine negative 6 and positive 7. They're different signs, so I would subtract. That's going to give me positive 1. So I'm going to have negative 9f. Since it was a positive 1, I'm going to write plus 1 minus 9. I bring down that. And now I'm going to combine the positive 1 minus 9. Again, they're different signs, so I'm going to subtract. All right, and that's going to give me a negative 8 as an answer. So my simplified expression this time is negative 9f minus 8. In example 3, notice that we've got two different kinds of variables here. So I'm going to put circles around my a terms, I'm going to put boxes around my b terms, and I'm still going to underline my constants. So I'm going to put a circle around 4a and negative 3a. I'll put boxes around negative 5b and positive 2b. And my only constant is negative 6, so I'll underline that. Remember when you rewrite these with variable terms to put the variable terms in alphabetical order. So this is going to be 4a minus 3a minus 5b plus 2b minus 6. And now we can combine our similar terms. 4a minus 3a is 1a. Bring everything else down. Okay, next I can combine the b terms here. Negative 5b plus 2b. They're different signs, so we would have to subtract, and that would be negative 3b. So we're going to have we're going to have 1a minus 3b, because that was a negative 3b, and now minus 6. Okay, and now none of these are similar terms, so that's our simplified expression. 1a minus 3b minus 6. In number 4, I've got three different types of variable terms. I've got v's, w's, and x's. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put circles around my v terms, negative v, and I can put a 1 there, that's a negative 1v, and minus 2v, or negative 2v. I'm going to put boxes around my w terms, so positive 2w, I'm going to put a box around, positive 6w, I'm going to put a box around. Okay? And with my x terms, I'm going to go ahead and put some triangles around those. I'm going to put a triangle around positive 5x, a triangle around the negative x, which again is negative 1x. Go ahead and put a negative 1 there. And my only constant is the negative 4, so I'll go ahead and underline that. Okay, alphabetically, v, then w, then x. So we're going to have negative 1v minus 2v. Okay, and then we're going to have plus 2w plus 6w, and then we're going to have plus 5x minus 1x, and then our constant negative 4 goes at the end. Okay, and now let's combine our v terms first. Negative 1v and negative 2v, they're the same sign, so I would add those to make negative 3v. Okay, plus 2w plus 6w plus 5x minus 1x minus 4. I'm then going to combine my w terms, positive 2w and positive 6w. They're same sign, so I would add those together and get 8w. So I have negative 3v plus 8w. Bring down to plus 5x minus 1x minus 4. Okay, it's starting to look nice, but I still have x terms that I can combine here. 5x minus 1x is positive 4x, so I'm going to have negative 3v plus 8w plus 4x minus 4. And now I don't have any other similar terms to combine. My variable terms all have a different variable, and I've got my constant at the end. And so there's our simplified expression. In number 5, I'm going to put circles around my variable terms, 59 and 95/100ths m, 7 and 95/100ths m, 9 and 49/100ths m. I'm going to underline negative 30 and positive 45, which were my constants. Now I'm going to rearrange it with my variable terms out front. Okay, so I'm just bringing everything down here, paying attention to my signs. And now my constants are negative 30, so minus 30, and then plus 45. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to combine my similar terms. 59 and 95/100ths m plus 7 and 95/100ths m. They're same sign, so I'll add. And that's going to give me 67 and 90/100ths m. Bring down to plus 9 and 49/100ths m minus 30 plus 45. Next, I'm going to combine 67 and 90/100ths m with 9 and 49/100ths m. Again, they're same sign, so I'm going to add them together. And that's going to give me 77 and 39/100ths m. Bring down your constants, minus 30 plus 45. And the last thing we need to do is combine our constants. Now, these are different signs, negative 30 and positive 45, so I'll subtract. And that's going to give me a positive 15. So I'm going to have 77 and 39/100ths m plus 15 as my simplified expression. In example 6, I'm going to put circles around my variable terms. So I have negative 5/10 p, positive 1/2 p, and positive 2/3 p. I'm going to underline my only constant, which is negative 2 and 75/100ths. And now I'm going to rearrange it so that my variable terms are out front. Now, negative 5/10 p is really the same as negative 1/2 p. So I'm going to write it as negative 1/2 p, and you'll see why that's going to be beneficial in just a moment. So that's negative 1/2 p plus 1/2 p plus 2/3 p minus 2 and 75/100ths. Okay, and now I'm going to combine my variable terms, and my first set here, I have negative 1/2 p plus 1/2 p. Okay, these are actually opposites, and when I combine opposites, I know that I get 0. So this is really just 0p plus 2/3 p minus 2 and 75/100ths. Okay, and so now when I combine 0p with 2/3 p, well, 0 plus 2/3 is just 2/3, so this becomes 2/3 p minus 2 and 75/100ths. And now this is our simplified expression. This is a variable term, this is a constant term, I can't go any further. In my last example, okay, I noticed that I've got two different kinds of variables, g's and k's, so I'm going to circle my g terms, positive 5g, negative 10g. I'm going to put a box around my k terms, positive 4k. I'm going to underline my constants, negative 3 and 7/10 and positive 11 and 1/10. I'm going to rearrange with my variable terms first, alphabetically, g before k, 5g minus 10g plus 4k minus 3 and 7/10 plus 11 and 1/10. Okay, now I'm going to combine my similar terms. I've got my g terms that I can combine here. 5g minus 10g. This is a positive 5g. This is a negative 10g, so they're different signs, which means I have to subtract. That's going to leave me with negative 5g. Bring down plus 4k minus 3 and 7/10 plus 11 and 1/10. With my k term, I only have one of those. I don't have anything to combine it with, so I don't have to do anything with the plus 4k. But I do have my constants here at the end that I can combine. Negative 3 and 7/10, positive 11 and 1/10. They're different signs, So I'm going to subtract those. Okay, so I can do 11 and 1/10 minus 3 and 7/10. 1 minus 7, I'm going to turn that into an 11, that into a 0. 11 minus 7 is 4. Bring your decimal point down. 0 minus 3, I'm going to change that into a 10, and that's going to be a 0. 10 minus 3 is 7. Okay, so this is going to be positive 7 and 4/10. So I'm going to have negative 5g plus 4k plus 7 and 4/10 as my simplified expression.